Check, check, check. There we go. There we go. We better. We back. Sorry about that. I had a little technical difficulties. Sorry about that. Sorry about that delay. I had little technical difficulties. Some difficulty with my mic. I'm gonna get my shout out to respect to Diamond Shawanda Williams, Jerry Spears, Chris Whitnall, Ming, the real Ming, the word, Jerry Spears, realest one, respect. We're gonna talk about this thing that is going on in Mississippi. If y'all haven't heard. Yeah, you know what I'm gonna figure it out, Jerry. You know what I'm gonna figure out. I want y'all to listen to this. I want y'all to listen to this. Then I'm gonna go to an article that I read that was going on. Okay. I'm gonna let y'all listen to this. Hold on. Give me a few minutes. Give me a few minutes. Hold on. Hold on. Got to readjust. Got to readjust. Hold on. I'm readjust it.
Have you gotten the $540 stimulus card yet?
Hold on. I'm about to play it now. I'm about to play it. I had this.
You qualify for one of these $540 health cards that can be used to cover literally any of your healthcare expenses, which means more money for.
Okay, I got it now. Hold on. Let me get it. I got it now. Yeah, this is difficulties going on. Here we go.
Mississippi
Listen.
passing legislation to create a court system to govern only white people. Let's put up the picture here. That is the illustrious Capitol. This is where all of the legislation gets dealt with. A white supermajority of the Mississippi House voted to create a separate court system, an expanded police power inside of the blackest major city in the United States of America, the city of Jackson, Mississippi. This new court system and this police takeover would be orchestrated by a completely white panel of state officials. It is called House Bill 1020. If House Bill 1020 becomes law later this session, which by the way, many are predicting it will, the white Chief Justice of the Mississippi Supreme Court would be able to appoint 2 judges to oversee a new district within the city. Now watch how they're doing it. This new city, one that includes all of the city's major white communities, among other areas, this white city or the white state attorney general would appoint 4 prosecutors to this new dynamic within the city. A court clerk would be appointed as well to govern the white members of the Jackson community. And 4 public defenders would be available for the white members of this new dynamic. The White State Public Safety Commission would oversee an expanded Capitol Police Force run currently by a white chief of police inside of the black city, taking away their authority as a city government. There's more. After thorough and passionate dissent from black members of the House, the bill passed 76 to 38. 76 to 38, primarily along party lines. The bill would double the funding for the district to $20 million in order to increase the size of the existing Capitol Police Force. The new court system laid out in House Bill 1020 is estimated to cost $1.6 million annually. I'm going to help you get to the bottom of why this is even a thing, okay? Okay? Let me help you out here. You got two Black members of the House, Representative Cedric Sellout Burnett, a Democrat from Tunisia, and Angela Cockerham, an independent from Mongolia. They voted for the measure.
Yep.
Now, why do you think they voted for the measure? Who the hell knows? Maybe they were promised something. But all but one lawmaker representing the city of Jackson, Representative Shonda Yates, an independent, actually opposed the bill. The bill was authored by Republican Representative Trey Lamar. He's on the left. It was sent to Lamar's committee by Speaker Philip Gunn on the right. Instead of sending it to the House Judiciary Committee, where it was supposed to go, they decided it would have a better outcome in another committee. Many House members who represent Jackson on Tuesday said they were never consulted by House leadership about the bill. Much of the debate centered around the issue of creating a court where the Black majority in Hinds County would not be allowed to vote on judges. When asked why he could not add more elected judges to Hinds County rather than appointing judges to the new district, Lamar said, "This is the bill that is before the body. We're going to vote on it." Listen, please understand what they're doing. Jackson is roughly 80 to 83% African American, but very prominent white people do live in Jackson, including statewide elected officials. The white legislative body, the primarily white legislative body, they have to govern from Jackson. That is the location of all of their legislative everything. So what are they really saying? They're saying they do not want to be governed by Black people. And so they're creating a district inside of the city that will have a different standard of operation, a different court system, and a different police force than anywhere else in Jackson, Mississippi. This was actually a thing back in the 60s. I remember when the documentary of the Atlanta Police Force was shown, and it highlighted how Black cops were not allowed to arrest white people. They were not allowed to go to the precinct. They had to stay at the local YMCA. They were not allowed to stare at white women. They had a badge, they had a uniform, some of them even had a gun. But culturally, they were not to engage nor govern the actions of white citizens. Even back then, none of that was codified into law. It was simply understood culturally. Literally, you have a reverse of that. It is now going to be codified in law if it is signed. My dear sister, what are your thoughts on this?
You know, we've always heard that there are two justice systems in this country. You know, we're not all playing by the same rules, and we're not all being governed by the same set of rules. Mississippi already has a less than stellar reputation, to put it nicely, in this country. And it's clear that they take pride in their racist past and their racist present. And they seem adamant to ensure that Mississippi has a racist future. You know, this is a case of a minority governing a majority. And whenever that happens, you tend to see really oppressive measures of governance put in place. If they don't have the majority on their side, they have to find ways to pacify and manage and control that majority. And that includes stifling their voices within the community and essentially taking away their rights. And the thing with laws is that there are always loopholes. Whatever somebody wants to happen usually can be made to happen within those laws, or in some cases, you see things happen outside of the law. But if there's no oversight or no meaningful opposition, then who cares? Do whatever you want.
Yeah, so we will obviously follow this story. This is, once again, one of those places where likely it is going to act as a first of many. Okay, so we have to pay attention to something like this.
How to make the keyboard cleaner. Just do it with this 5-in-1 cleaning brush.
Okay. I'm gonna. That's kind of strange, Jenny. That's kind of strange how they want to take it back to the good old days that they should call. Some other people don't came in the house. Let's see who came in. Respect to Ryan Rose. Respect to Tanya Renee. respect to everybody that's in the house. This is something that we need to be talking about. This is something that we need to be talking about. See, it's like this. Only in Mississippi that this will happen. Jackson, we heard it was 80 to 83% majority is black. Majority of the white that's on the legislature lives in Jackson. The permanent white folks that live in Jackson is white. They don't want to be ran by a so-called minority in that city. You're right. You're right, Willis One. You're right about that. See, they don't want us as a community. We got to get our act together. That's why I keep saying on my other live, go down to your state house, look at the books, the laws on the book that benefits you, and look on the book what law they trying to enact, and look what they trying to do to our community. Respect, Melanie Johnson. Respect. See, if we don't do our due diligence to find out what's going on in our state, in our city, in our county, people just like Jackson, Mississippi. There's a whole state of Mississippi that's all jacked up. You couldn't pay me enough money to go live in Mississippi. White representatives vote to create white appointed court system for blackest city in America. How the hell they going to work? They already locking us up by the numbers. The system already don't work for us as a community. Just think what that system going to do to them blacks down there, to them people down there. Respect, Randall. You're right, Randall. We got to have that talk with our kids because we're not like other people. We can walk out that door as Asiatic black man. We can walk out that door and not come back home. Our queens can walk out that door and not come back home. See, when it to justice system, they want people to they want white sheriff, white chief, white Supreme Court judges. Okay. You're right, Willis One. They do got that deep-rooted racism. And white super majority of the Mississippi House voted after an intense 4+ hour debate to create a separate court system and an expanded police force within the city of Jackson, the blackest city in America, that would be appointed completely by white state official. White state official. We report them. We report a expanded police department. Okay. What they gonna do? Said double the income for that city, but what that system gonna do for them blacks that's already still there? Only thing they do try to increase to make sure that blacks don't run nothing, that the people in the Jacksons don't run a damn thing. See, if we keep letting these people do what they want to do, we don't do what we're supposed to do, this shit gonna happen. See, we know them state representatives, state saying, you see how they kind of slid that on in there. They didn't go through the Justice Department to get it approved. We already know it two justice system, for one for white, one for black. We already know it two justice system already. They're trying to make two cities in one out of Jackson, a black Jackson and a white Jackson, which is already two, because though a black man, a black woman get the same charge a black white woman, a white man get, who gonna get the lesser time? If The House Bill 1020 becomes law later this session. The white chief of justice of the Mississippi Supreme Court will appoint 2 judges to oversee a new district within the city. There we go. They want to redraw the line. They want to redo stuff. They want to redraw the line. Why? Why they want to do that? You know why they want to do that. Jackson, Mississippi is the blackest city in America. And guess some people that got leadership role in that city is black. They want to take the power away from them. Because they want minorities, us Asiatic black people to run them. They don't want to listen to us. You see, back in the day when blacks were policemen, Bible said they had no authority. If they see a white man raping, white man robbing somebody, a white woman robbing somebody, white man or white woman doing something to their kids, a white woman or white man doing something to each other without each other consent, they couldn't touch them. The word, we got to be self-efficient because we're not self-sufficient in our state where we in. Go our own food, we're going to be lost. You're right, Chris. No, we got to get it together. We got to get it together. But you know what? You're right, man. What the sense of them being police? They thought because they got on the same uniform, they're going to get the same treatment. No, bro, you got on the same uniform. Guess what? Look at your skin color. Let's take a perfect example. What happened in Memphis? You said I quit. They would quit your charge to 5 black men. Then 2 EMT workers and 1 white EMT worker. But guess what? The one that made that false people talk about a traffic violation, and he was on video and audio saying something the head in. They ain't charged that man yet. So it's 2 different systems, no matter what you have on. It don't matter what you got on, no matter where you live at, it still goes on. We're racist against our own damn kind. Look at the black man and the black woman voted for that damn bill. What sense did that make? What do they help their community do? What would they help? Why would they help their community? Yeah, I've been preaching this for years, the word. I've been preaching this for years. From Facebook to YouTube, I've been preaching this for years. About going to check the books to see what they got on the agenda to vote in. See, if we don't take accountability for our own action, this is what the shit going to go on. You right, me? That explains everything. Okay, let me continue reading. Let me continue reading. Let's see what it is. Mississippi, capital city, is 80% black, home to a high percentage of black residents than any major American city. Why the hell they still in Mississippi? Why the hell are these black people still in Mississippi? Mississippi legislature is thoroughly controlled by white Republicans who have withdrawn district over the past 30 years to ensure they can pass any bill without a single Democratic vote. Every legislative Republican is white, and most Democrats are black. Think about it. Withdrawing district lines, gerrymandering to ensure what they can do can't be stopped. To ensure that can't be stopped. Why they do that? That's why they do this stuff. I like that. I like that, Chris. I like that what you said. I like what you said. We got to show the love of our own people. We got to show it. After a third precedent descent from black members of the House, the bill passed, it passed 76 to 38. We know that. Choose the permanent along party line, 2 black members of the House representative. All but one law member, Representative Senator Jackson, Representative Shonda Yates, a white independent, opposed the bill. One person opposed that bill that lives in the city. Okay. Only in Mississippi will we have a bill like that where we say solving the problem required removing the vote from black people. Representative Ed Blackman, a Democrat from Canada, said while pleading with his colleagues to oppose the measure. So they taking it out of the black folks' hand. You right about that, the word. All of them is not. Everybody not the same. Everybody not the same. Why do we go through this? Why do we go through this? How do we solve this problem? It don't matter. I don't care who's representative. I don't care Democrat, Republican, Independent. I don't care. They're all the same to me. They all sell out when it comes to our community. They want to move the old heads out of the our neighborhood and build some houses that these people can't afford. This guy charged for murder, and this other guy charged for murder. Guess what? The black guy gets life without, and this other guy get what? 20 years. And the charge get brought down to manslaughter. How did that fair justice? Is that a fair justice system? It's already 2 justice systems for black and white, for minority and the other skin color. See, they don't want the other side. Don't want to hear this. They don't want to hear the truth coming out like this. They want all the bullshit. And this the bullshit that's going on in each and every one of our state that they got on. I guarantee you, every state got just about this on their book, but worded a different way. This is it's a crying shame that we cannot stick together and get and build together. We can't build together because we're too afraid. Because we're too afraid that the person that we building with, it got more than we got. That they're gonna have more than we got when we try to get to the same place at the same time. See, let's talk about it. Mississippi is one of the racist states in this country. It's the racist state in this country. See, this government was not created for us. This government was not created for us to succeed. This government was not created for us to do what we please. See, that's the thing we got to look at. I'll be glad to have somebody that have their own opinion on this. See, we need this black love. We need to teach our. We're the only community got to tell our kids about what's going on, the real world, and we the only community gotta be afraid for our kids when they go outside the house, go to these places. We the only group of people that falls back on everything. That should be scared. We're the only people that don't know when we're coming home. By death or by going to jail for something we didn't do. Mistaken identity. You're right, Armando. Respect, Armando. The Constitution was not made for us. The Bill of Rights wasn't made for us. See, when people were marching and fighting for different things, the feminist movement wasn't made for black women. I hate to tell y'all that. It wasn't made for black women. Everything they're doing is not made for us. Until we understand that, we're going to be lost. Somebody's going to be lost. I'm not going to be lost. We got to understand that. If we don't understand that, some people going to be lost. That's what we got to teach our kids. It's a damn shame we got to teach our kids this shit. Because we walk around here and do what we want to do. We go where we want to go. We're not free. When have we been free? When have we been free? When have we been free? Anything, see, check this out. This is how the government working. When the dad was in the house, he was going out working. Families stayed together through thick and thin. Dad and mom stayed together through thick and thin back in the day. Then when they said the man don't have to be in the house, and offer the free stuff for our women, our queens, everything went downhill. I like what you just said, the word. I like what you just said. I like what you just said. I like what you just said. The word said, ones who don't save as allies. It's not the body what defines us, it's the mind. We do what we think our flesh is limited, our minds are not. Like I keep telling people, our flesh is weak, but our mind is strong. We got to educate ourselves, build our mind up. They can't take away what was in our mind. See, some of these politicians, they get their hand greased all the time. What they them two blacks that they independent voted for that? Do you think they got some money for it? Come on now. This is ridiculous. See, check this out. For the most of the Blake Jackson man, I can't pronounce his name, who had been publicly by the white Republican who lead the legislature, looked down on the House chamber from the gallery, accused the legislature earlier this year for practicing plantation politics in terms of its treatment of Jackson. And the bill, and other bill that passed Tuesday, he said, it remind me I can't pronounce the word. Sorry about that. Hinds County Circuit Judge Adrian Wooden, who served in the House before being elected judge, and would be one of the assistant judges to lose jurisdiction under this House proposal, also watched the debate. So guess what? This judge, which I can assume is Asiatic, a black judge. I don't know, is it he or she? Was elected judge and would be one of the assistant judges to lose jurisdiction under the House proposal. So take a look at it. The people voted this judge into that judge's seat. And the legislature saying, forget that, the people vote don't matter. We can remove this judge. Public Safety Commissioner Sean Tildale, who oversees the Capitol Police, watched a portion of the debate for the House gallery, chuckling at time when the Democrat made impassioned points about the bill. Lieutenant Governor Holzman, the only statewide elected official who owns a house in Jackson, walked onto the House floor shortly before the final vote. Representative Blackman, a civil rights leader who has decade-long history of championing the voting issue, equaled the current legislation to the Jim Crow era 1890 Constitution that was written to strip voting rights from black Mississippians. Let that sink in. This is just like the 1890 Constitution all over again. Blackman said from the floor, we are doing exactly what they said they were doing back then, helping those people because they can't govern themselves. The bill was authored by Representative Trey Lamar, a Republican whose hometown is 172 miles north of Jackson. It was sent to, look at that. Why did he make that bill? And he 172 miles from that city of Jackson. He don't live in that city. Explain that to me. The bill is designed to make our capital city of Jackson, Mississippi, a safer place, Lamar said. How the hell is designed to make your place a safer city? Ain't no way to make a city safer when you don't even live in the city of Jackson. Explain that to me. See, two different court systems, that's not making it safe. Is that making it safe to y'all? Smoke a lot. Respect, smoke a lot. T.O. Think about it. Smoke a lot. T.O., what you thinking about this situation going on in Jackson, Mississippi? What you think? Tell me in the chat what you think. Chris wouldn't know. I might try to find that movie and hopefully I can get to play it. I might try to go find it for the night. Let's continue reading. Okay. We cited Safe Place, Lamar said, cited numerous news sources who have covered Jackson high crime rate. And ain't that high crime rate in just about every state and every city? It's just like that. Yep, you're right about that. Smoke a lot. Okay, let's go read. It said high crime rates. Dwelling on a long backlog of Hinds County court cases. Lamar said the bill was designed to help, not hinder, the Hinds County customers. It is hindering it. It hindering it, not making it no better. Because the bill, what you designed the bill to do, that bill you designed, it pushing out judges that's already there that were elected by the people. You pushing out the judge that was elected by the people of that state, of that county, of that city. How that can happen? That's not happening none. My constituent want to feel safe when they come here, Lamar said, added the capital city belong to all the citizens of the state. Where I am coming from with this bill is to help the citizens of Jackson and Hinds County. No, you're not trying to help the city of Jackson. You're trying to turn it back on the hands of time. You want control. Yes, that's what it called. No, it's control. They want to control the narrative of that city, what goes on in that city. See, Jackson is just one city of that county. But you want to change Jackson, why don't you make the bill for the whole county? Why don't you make the bill for the whole county? Now check this out now. Here's a kicker right here. Many House members who represent Jackson on Tuesday said they were never consulted by House leadership about the bill. Several times during the debate, they pointed out that Republican leaders have never proposed increasing the number of elected judges to address a backlog of cases or increasing state funding to assist an overloaded Jackson Police Department. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. They never discuss it. Underhanded technique. That's why they go to judicial committee. In early session, legislature created the Capital Complex Improvement District, which covers much of the downtown, including the state government office complex and other areas of Jackson. The bill will extend the existing district south to Highway 80, north to Caroline Road, west of State Street, and east of the Pearl River. Between 4,000 and 50,000 people live within that area. Okay, let's hear what the opponents got to say about this measure. Opponents of the legislature, dozens of whom has protested at the Capitol several days this year, accused the author of carving out mostly white affiliate areas of the city to be pulled in the new district. Yeah, they're all about control. They want the minority to control the narrative of white people in that city. That's what they're trying to do. They all about control. They want to control everything. The bill would double the funding for the district to $20 million in order to increase the size of the existing Capitol Police Force. Why you need to double the size of the Capitol Police Force? What you scared somebody gonna come up there and do? You scared they're gonna come up in that Capitol like they tried to do January 6th? You think the people of Jacksonville City are gonna revolt and attack the Capitol? That's what you thinking? This has received broad criticism from Jacksonian for shooting several people in recent months with little accountability. Think about it. They do that all the time. Police do that all the time. Shooting unarmed black men and women for nothing. And no accountability held. The latest drop got something to add to it. See, that's the problem with us. We always, some of us, we always want a handout. Why do we want a handout? We want something free, take everything free for everything. Democrat member of the House said if they wanted to help with the crime problem, the legislature could increase the number of elected judges in Hinds County. Bingo. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, there you go. Let's see what else it said. Blair said Hinds County was provided 4 judges in 1992 when a major redistricting occurred, and that number has not increased since then, even as the caseload for the 4 judges has exploded. 1992, it had increased since then. That's 30 to 31 years ago. It haven't increased. They want to talk about having a crowd, you want to increase judges, want to increase police force. There you go. In addition, Blair said the number of assistant prosecuting attorney could be increased within Hinds County. In Lamar's bill, the prosecuting of cases within the district would be conducted by attorneys in the Office of Attorney General Lynn Fitch, who is white. Remember, said the bill was about a land grab, not about fighting crime. He said other municipalities in the state had higher crime rate than Jackson. Blackburn asked why the bill would give the appointed judges the authority to hear civil cases that had nothing to do with crime. Let that sink in. All this stuff is going on, and we're not seeing it. Ain't no telling what else going to go on if the bill get passed. See, they passed the judicial system, the judicial house, to take a look at that bill. And they talk about they help the crime rate, but there's most city in Mississippi that have a higher crime rate than Jackson. Add more judges, which they add no more judges since 1992, 30 to 31 years ago. See, we got to come together to be as one-minded, not in flesh, but one-minded to do what we got to do to make sure this don't happen in our state, our city, our county. See, we always know Jackson, we already know Mississippi to be racist. Look at that, the fraud of the loans that some of the people first had got in Mississippi that the rich folks don't got. Know what I'm talking about. It's hard. And Mississippi is the poorest state in the United States. And he again is coming at Lamar, the one the author of that bill, saying when Jackson become the number one city in murder cases, say they have a problem. See, they still want to point out the long backlog of court cases. Which state don't have no backlog of court cases? It's going to be some backlog. Look, we only 3 years removed from being locked down a year. And think about it. During the debate, the Democrat pointed out that the state of Mississippi's crime level has a lengthy backlog as well, added to the difficult in closer cases in Hinds County. So here, what you gonna do about that? See, you can point the judges, you can point the attorneys, and make 2 different courts, but guess what? The crime lab still gonna be backed up. You still can't prosecute no case. That don't make no sense. It's all about they want to be controlled. They want the minority controlling nothing. They want the minority controlling nothing. And check this out. The author of the bill said Mississippi Constitution gives the legislature the authority to create inferior courts as the capital complex system would be. The decision on the appointed judges can be appealed by Hinds County Circuit Court. inferior court. Inferior means somebody that overseer, right? Democrat offer 7 amendments, including one to make the judges elected. All were defeated primarily along partisan and racial lines. We're gonna have a part 2 of this. We're gonna have another part 2 of this one. Because guess what? This is not over. This is not over. Like I said, go look, see what shit they got get ready to put on the book they want to vote for in your state, your city, your county. Go see what they got over their books that are hindering you will make a mockery out of the judicial system, which the judicial system is already being made a mockery because it's two justices for 2 different kind of people. One for the white, one for the other minorities that's go to prison, that go in front of the judge. This wasn't gonna be a long video. This wasn't gonna be a long live. I just had to speak my mind about it. The link is pinned to the top of the page. If you got something to say, get out your chest, go ahead and get it off. About what's going on in that state of Mississippi. I feel for them minority people that's in Mississippi. I know some want to get out but don't have the money to get out. So if that bill get passed in the future, it's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse than that. Just sit back and think about what's going on in your city, your county, your state, and this country. Our own people getting killed, of our community getting killed. We're killing our own community with dirty drugs. We're killing each other. We're killing our own community. For what? And then we go outside our community, we're still getting killed by other folks. And you wonder why we can't get ahead. And you wonder why the government do what they do. This is part 1 of is the state of Mississippi trying to turn back the hands of time. Or they trying to turn it back. This is part 1 of this series. And I thank you for joining me on this live about this subject. Because it is crazy. I wouldn't have believed it myself if I didn't see it and read it for myself. 2 different court systems to help the backlog in cases with which the Mississippi Crown Lab is backlogged their damn self. So how you gonna remember that? Which gonna make it? What they gonna do? The case is still gonna be backlogged, especially if the Crown Lab can't catch up. How they gonna make sense? They put more judges, more police, more judges, and more police in 2 different cities where the state Crown Lab still gonna be backed up. Don't make no sense at all. It's all about control, like Chris Whitdahl said. It's all about control. Part 2 is coming tomorrow. Believe me, part 2 is coming tomorrow of this subject. It's coming tomorrow on this subject. But tonight, around 9:30, 10 o'clock, I'm gonna have trivia night. Trivia night tonight on D True TV. We're gonna have a little fun, a little music. We'll have a little fun, a little music. Come join me tonight about 10, 11, about 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock tonight, because I want to have some fun. Because that's just all crazy what's going on in this world. If you got a channel, share the video so people can know what's going on in the state of Mississippi and what they need to do to see what's going on in their own state, their own city, their own county. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. I love each and every one of you that's in the chat, each and every one that's going to watch a replay, each and every one that's in the bushes. I thank you. I love you. Without y'all, my moms, my chat, I couldn't do what I do, but I love what I do. I thank you. Thank everybody. Shout out to Nile River. Shout out to State Game. Shout out to Bus Life. E. James. Mean. Wax AP. Wax Dog. Mac Mean. Black to the P. Black to the P. Cuba. Armando Black. Shout out to Mother Boy. George Chit Chat. True Hurts and the rest of the State Gang. And everybody over there in Bus Life. This is some real shit that goes on this channel that I talk about. Yes, it was, man. It was crazy. That's why I talked about it. That's why I talked about it. It's crazy as hell. This is shit I be talking about. This is shit I be looking for. Something like that. It's crazy. He think adding more police, adding some more judges, kicking the other judges out, going to fix the backlog of crime problems, which is not, especially if the crime lab is about backlogging damn self. It's not going to fix no problem. The words, respect to you. Part 2, come on out to trivia night tonight. We'll have a little fun. Ask trivia question. And let's see who get the most answer right. And guess what? You only got 5 seconds to answer the question tonight. I don't care how you get the answer. You got 5 seconds. You don't know what question I'm going to ask? Yeah, I wish it wasn't true either, man. But it's true. It is true. But I thank y'all. I love y'all. Y'all take it easy on this Friday night weekend. Have fun. If you do go out drinking, go ahead and have fun. Don't drink too much and don't drink and drive. Get home safely. I love you.